Yo, what's up, everybody? All right, I am an absolute mess at the moment. I literally just got off a work phone call and I have nothing set up. So give it a sec. We're about to get going here in Greensboro. It looks like Syracuse advanced earlier today. Congratulations to the L'Orange in Syracuse and Jimmy Boeheim. Great to see our friends in the orange. Moving on, we are taking on Louisville here. Luckily for me, this is easy to reset the scoreboard since we've already played them twice. And make a couple changes here. Got to make sure all our... Oh, no, that's the wrong button. We'll just give it a sec. We're spinning stuff up right now. Assuming that all our internet works properly. Oh, look, Dan Schulman and Jay Billis are finally on site there. All right, perfect. Yep, doing that. We're doing that. Yo, Logan, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm still trying to get stuff set up here and properly squared away. I will be... Promise I'll be live in a second. See, my keyboard's even in the wrong spot. Welcome to the life of doing things live on the fly. Move that over there. That goes there. That goes there. If Louisville somehow wins, the ACC is rigged. Surely we cannot lose to the same team 3 times. It's just statistically, right? It has to exist that way. We are underway here again, folks. If you need to jump into the Discord itself, no, sorry, if you need the game itself, jump into the Discord. Looks like I think actually things are kind of set up. I'm gonna flip that transition, and we should be good to go. Duke missed its first shot. Louisville can't come up with it, and Wendell Moore comes down with the rebound here. And Matthew Hurt's gonna go for 3, and Hurt has the first 3-pointer of the game to get us going. A decent performance from Hurt yesterday. I'll say not one of the best, but he didn't need to be the absolute star. He got a lot of help yesterday, especially from DJ Stewart. And I will fix the scoreboard here in a second, folks. Give me just a moment. As Louisville tries to dive in here, that might be a foul by Jeremy Roach. Actually, no, not going to call any foul there. Quinn Slislinski, who hit a dagger 3 against us, by the way, in that game in overtime. That was crazy. The kid does absolutely nothing the entire game, comes in for one possession in overtime, hits a 3 that then is just a backbreaker. And you're like, what? Slislinski got the first 2 points of the afternoon for the Louisville Cardinal, as Roach finds himself into trouble in the paint, and with Wendell Moore's going to put up 3. That's no good. No, not Slislinski. Sam Williamson's going to come down with a rebound. You'd think at this point I would know who's who and what's what. We got James Calloway, Logan Wells in chat, Douglas Olmedo. We got all the regulars. Anta Kid, all the regulars coming out today. Of course, the time is a little nice. It's a little bit better. This is actually a 6:30 tip-off on the East Coast. And now the scoreboard is working there as Louisville comes up empty. He made 1 of 4 threes. That shot was just luck. Yeah, I know. It's exactly what I was going for. Wendell Moore's runner is no good. Both teams actually playing a little fast right now. Not quite getting the best quality of shots. David Johnson with a turnaround jump hook in the paint has 2. And Louisville is up 4-3. Number 7 seeded Louisville here in this ACC tournament, playing its first game of the tournament. Duke, of course, had to play yesterday. That margin of victory, one of the top... No, that shot is way off by Jeremy Roach, who shot it from the left wing, and it just complete airball. And here, Carleek Jones is blocked by Matthew Hurt, and the block shot goes right down to DJ Stewart. He's going to take this one coast to coast. That should be an easy lay-in, and it is. Stewart beats Slislinski down the floor and finishes with the left. A beautiful little look, kiss off the glass. DJ had a phenomenal game yesterday. We'll flash the stats from BC. DJ Stewart, 17 points yesterday in the 35-point win. One of the three biggest margin of victories for Duke in an ACC tournament. I mean, it was Boston College looked ready to hit the beach, so to speak, as Williamson goes over the back against DJ Stewart, picks up his first foul. Don't give Jeremy Roach the ball. Yeah, last time Hurt played, he had 37 points, as Anthakid is pointing out. That is exactly right. It was a career high night for Matthew Hurt. And he was just, I mean, he was just special. Like, the problem is that nobody else really did anything. And so if Hurt had gotten at least a little bit of help, we probably would have been okay. And Hurt is going to get fouled here as he's going to take a mid-range jump shot. That's actually the second foul on Sam Williamson, if my count is correct. And yes, it is. He will go straight to the bench. So Matthew Hurt will end up at the free throw line. No, not at the free throw line. Duke's just going to inbound. And Louisville's going to call another foul on Louisville. So that should be a foul on Davis. Foul on Dre Davis, number 14. That's the third team foul on Louisville. ESPN needs to update that. Duke's going to start again. Let's see if they come off the curl here. Try to get a baseline jump shot. No, can't do that. And Wendell's just going to send it over to DJ. Hurt's going to try to screen Carlik Jones, who's defending Roach. And Roach is going to get to the I can't even talk right now. Roach is going to get to the bucket. Nice drive in for Roach. 7 for Duke, 4 for Louisville. I got to say, our boys are looking good here early. And I haven't even put the jersey on yet. Because it was like, yeah, as I mentioned, I got right off a meeting and we jumped straight into the game. Carlik Jones's 3-point shot is no good. And DJ Stewart's going to come down the other end. That shot is in and out. Mark Williams trying to save it, and the rebound down to Zielinski. That was close. And so Zielinski's going to try to push it up the floor. Next whistle is going to send us to a media timeout to allow us to finally catch our breath and gather ourselves here. And that has got to be a charge, and it is. Jeremy Roach drawing the charge against Dre Davis, and I think that's Dre Davis's second foul too. So we'll check the live stats in a second. Yeah, I know. What are the odds we will come as the 27th seed and win the whole March Madness tournament? Well, you know what? The last team to go 5-5 was Kemba Walker's UConn Huskies. Okay, so it's possible. All right, we're time to put the jersey on. We're just gonna walk over here. We're gonna walk over here, and we're gonna throw this on. I gotta take the headset off for a second, so hold on. All right, it is March and the jersey is on. Now, I know the burning question for everybody in chat, especially for those who are joining us again from the game yesterday. By the way, thank you for coming back, and thank you for all the new viewers who are in chat hanging out with your fellow Blue Devil fans this afternoon. If you need the game, jump into the Discord. The link is in the description below the video. Our watch party is happening there, and then join us back here on the YouTube side of things, and you can, carry on the conversation with your fellow Blue Devil fans. But the burning question in everyone's mind tonight is, Ritz, are you actually wearing the same clothing that you wore yesterday during the game? And the answer is absolutely yes. I haven't taken it off. We are going 5-5, and if I have to wear the same thing 5 days in a row in order to win the ACC tournament, then so be it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, these are the sacrifices that we make for our Blue Devil team. Because when you bleed blue like us, and true Blue Devil fans in chat will understand this, like, there are levels of superstition that just cannot be crossed, especially when it comes down to March. So we're just gonna be wearing the same stuff until we lose, basically, and we're just gonna have to be okay with that. That's just the moral of the story. So let's jump into now that I can actually load up all my live stats and all this good fun stuff. All right, I'm gonna double check here Yeah, it is four personal fouls for Louisville so far, and that is Davis there with his second. So there are two Louisville players now. We have Sam Williamson, number 10, and Dre Davis, number 14. Both of them have two fouls in the first 4 minutes of play. That's that's actually extremely good news for Duke, considering that the fouls are being called on Louisville and not on Matthew Hurt, because we all know how Matthew Hurt likes to just accumulate lots of fouls. Um, and that's really hurt the team in the past. So, like, I'm not early. I can't catch ACC Network. Well, James, that's why we've got the game playing for you on the Discord if you need it. So, if folks, if you need the game itself, jump into Discord. Our private watch party's going on there, and you can join us here for the conversation. Should be working out. Should be playing okay. Uh, if there's any issue, let us know. I was right. Wait, Miami actually beat Clemson? That's incredible. Okay, so and you were asked. I actually have not been watching in the morning because I'm 3 hours behind y'all on the East Coast, so like I get up and like it's like work. Like this is still prime working hours. But that is actually hilarious. Matthew Hurt's turnaround jump shot is no good, and we're back live here in Greensboro as Louisville trying to get some semblance of offense. And to be honest, if they don't find their offense at all, I really don't care. Because we could just, Duke in a zone at the moment, actually. And Louisville is going to come up empty on the possession. They had basically zeros on the shot clock to get it off. And David Johnson tried, but it didn't go. Goldwire, Moore, Hurt, Henry Coleman, and DJ Stewart actually on the court for the Blue Devils at the moment. And it was a great game. Actually, Matthew Hurt's going to get two. Did the ref just call and one, but no whistle? All right, that's so. Get this, it was a great game for Henry Coleman yesterday. I was saving some of these stats. Career high for Henry Coleman in yesterday's game in points, rebounds, blocks, and minutes played. Which is fantastic. And unfortunately, what's not fantastic is that Hurt just picked up his first foul. And yeah, it's really funny if Miami actually beat Clemson, because that was like the big question from Ant yesterday. Is like, do you think Miami can beat Clemson? And I was like, you know what? I have seen Clemson just blow like stupid games, and like I wouldn't put it past Jim Larrañaga to get his team up to play and beat Brad Brunell's team, and lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. So I guess points for being right. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually net me anything in real life. Solzinski's got one of the two at the free throw line. It's 9-5 Blue Devils here in the early going. Henry Coleman's going to come up top to set the screen for Goldwire, who's going to go around it and going to give the ball to DJ Stewart, who's working on Carleek Jones here. And Stewart going to pass it back to Goldwire. There's 9 seconds on the shot clock, and this is going to result in a silly turnover as Goldwire was trying to get it to Matthew Hurt, who couldn't quite collect. And then Ion Razor saying, I hope Duke wins this. Kentucky fans don't like Louisville. Well, if there's one thing that Duke and Kentucky fans can agree on, and it's that Louisville needs to lose this game, then so be it. There you go. Nice. Logan's, I have my Duke basketball on Duke flip thing where it says offense on one side. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Hey, whatever your superstitions are, by the way, that's a turnover by Louisville. Mark Williams, great hands here. Goldward's going to try to go coast to coast, get it back to Williams. This should be an and one foul. Yes! And it is. And one for Mark Williams. Solzinski on the foul, who clipped him from behind, I think. Carleek Jones' facial expression right there just says it all. Woo! Look at this. 3 Blue Devils finally pushing something in transition. No, Carleek Jones is going to pick up the foul, actually. First foul on Jones, who's kind of incredulously looking at his fellow teammates being like, what is going on? Williams misses the free throw, and David Johnson comes up with it. But I do know several Blue Devil fans who have lots of superstitions. Oh, Wendell Moore should not have touched that ball. Was going out of bounds. Such as like, who is it? I had one friend who sets their ringtone to "Every Time We Touch" by Cascada, because that's the song we play in Cameron, you know. So that's when March comes around, he sets his ringtone to that. You got to make sure that, or your alarm clock, right? You got to make sure you get up on the right side of the bed. Um, some people have shrines in their homes dedicated to Duke. I have been in several of these homes. It is very, very impressive. I must say, very impressive. Sometimes it's not just a closet, but it's like an entire attic or basement. Uh, one day I hope to have something as impressive as that there. Joey Baker tries to force the ball into Mark Williams. That is deflected, picked off by Louisville. So another turnover here by Duke. Some silly turnovers in the early going, and this is a long-range three-point shot. And Mark Williams actually is able to deflect that, not get called for a foul. Goldwire is going to put up a mid-range jumper in transition that actually results in an air ball, and Brakefield is going to run over Jalen Withers and like literally run over the dude. He like basically like a truck, just didn't even see him there. So little sloppy here. The first 4 minutes were pretty good for Duke, and we have kind of slowed down just a little bit here. I'm missing points for somebody. I don't know why. 5-2-2, Williams, Stewart, Roach. Oh yeah, Williams had 2. I didn't give Williams his points. Got to do that. All right, 12:07 to go, and it is 11-5. By all accounts, this is actually a pretty low-scoring game, despite the fact that teams have been like running up and down the court like it's a track meet. Carlake Jones can't get past Jamin Brakefield, and Withers is going to take another three-pointer, and that's no good there. Duke's still on something of an 8-1 run, although it's pretty much been extended. It's been over the course of 6 minutes. And actually, no, that's not Withers. Wait a second. Who's Louisville number 20? Nickelberry? What? That's crazy. He didn't play in the last game. Goldwire with 5 seconds to go is going to take 3, and that's an air ball. Yo, Mark Williams is being hooked down low. There's no foul call, and they're going to say that he gets this off just before the buzzer. This is blatantly a foul against Louisville that they don't call. And let's look at the replay here. My whole room is Duke themed. Well, there you go. That looks like, Logan, that's kind of like my closet, because there's literally like, it's very hard being a Duke fan when you try to wear something that's not blue, because you go in your closet and you're like, well, that's a nice shirt, it's blue, but you're like, well, I kind of wore a blue shirt yesterday. We're like, so you look at the other one, you're like, well, that's also blue, so you can't like, so that's a problem. So like, Duke fans will know that we have problems like with color selection. Not quite getting out of hand yet. I'm gonna rewind myself here a little bit to see if this shot is actually going to count. Let's see. Goldwire puts that shot up. Williams, that is absolutely in time, by the way. Williams' shot should absolutely count, but it is being reviewed. But yeah, like Williams is being held from behind. The Louisville player is literally going around his back, grabbing both of Mark Williams' arms and not letting him get the rebound. Like, what are you doing? Why is there no foul call in this? This review will come in our favor. So, yeah, looking good so far. And thanks everybody for joining us here this afternoon. Again, if you need the game itself, jump into Discord. We've got our watch party going on there. Join your fellow Blue Devil fans, or maybe if you're a Louisville fan and you just need the game. So jump in there and then join us here on the YouTube. For those subscribing, jump in the Discord and then join us on the conversation here on the YouTube side of things. We are amped up and ready to go. Chat is ripping tonight. This is so much fun as we're looking to go 5-5. Gray Duke, Black Duke, White, and Blue Duke shirts. Yes, you can actually, like, my Duke polo, luckily, is white. I don't have a black Duke shirt, although I probably should get one. There is gray. I'm trying to think if there's other colors. Nope, that's pretty much it. That's the color palette. Um, but like, there's also Duke socks, which are blue and white. Duke bow ties, or just straight up ties, which are blue. Um, I do know friends that have like Duke colored blazers. I think one of them wore one to a wedding one time. That's a true Duke wedding right there. Yeah. So in any case, all right. Good start for our Blue Devils here. Let's take a look at what's driving this game. I did want to take a quick look at the turnover situation because we're like, this turnover situation not looking too good here in these last 4 minutes. Duke 3 turnovers, Louisville with 2, and both teams actually two points off those turnovers. Uh, Louisville is 1 for its last 9. And I think Duke just broke the scoring drought as this layup by Mark Williams is scored good. It definitely goes off. Like he gets it with the 1 second. Wait, they waved it off? Son of a. All right, they waved it off. Doesn't look like it to me, but I guess okay. Jalen Withers going to connect there, and he's got 2 points as well. I got to skip to live here. I got to jump forward. Duke misses again, and now Carlik Jones driving in. Roach can't stop him. DJ Stewart can't stop him. No Blue Devil can stop him, and Carlik Jones has 2 points. And now Louisville is out to a little 4-0 run. It took them about 6 minutes to find the bottom of the net, but they've done so twice here in the last 2 possessions. Duke needs to really clamp down. It's been okay. This 3-pointer by Roach is not going to go. I don't like that shot at all. There was absolutely zero ball movement on that possession. The ball got stuck in Roach's hands and just didn't go anywhere. And Withers has another bucket, and it's 11 all. So coming out of this media timeout, Monka S, as we would say in the meme world. Nervous Duke spear time because this is Louisville's gone on a 6-0 run. Although, to be honest, our Duke lineup has been a little sus on the floor. Like, Matthew Hurt's at the scorer's table ready to check in. Wendell Moore's on the bench. You got 2 freshman guards who are getting taken to town by Carlik Jones yet again, by the way. Like, if we had learned anything about how we were like trying to you just gotta put Goldwire on Jones. Like Goldwire is like one of your like people like rip on Goldwire for not like scoring a lot of points, but the kid can get it done defensively. Let's be real, and like he can also get steals. So between him and Carlik Jones, who are number 1 and number 2 in the ACC in steals, like just let them go at each other. He's your best on-ball defender, and even if he's not going to get you lots of points, at least he can hold down like Carlik Jones. Yeah, he's not Trey, who's going to both have the opposing point guard go for like nothing and then also score you 20. But like, and here you go. I mean, Wendell Moore's now in the game. So Coach K is making some subs that clearly he wasn't happy with the second team's performance there. And it's not hard to explain it, to see why. So Hurt in the game now. Hurt, Moore, Williams, Roach, and Stewart. Stewart's going to go 3. Some better ball movement here. The 3's not going to come down, but Williams, ooh, beautiful position. Nobody puts a body on him, and he gets the easy 2. Rebound and the putback. Nice offensive board. Remember, we got killed on the offensive, or just on the glass when Louisville beat us last time. So if we can, I thought the delta was something like almost 20 rebounds. This is a blocking foul getting called against Roach. So he had 1 charge go his way and now gets a blocking foul. But I'm pretty sure the rebounding margin was something like 20 something, Louisville was like 20 plus rebounds last time we played. If we can like cut that in half, we'd give ourselves plenty of chance to win here. Williamson is back in the game, which is interesting. He's got 2 fouls. I'd like to see somebody just attack him and get a third, or just force him into an offense. Oh, Duke brings the double team here, and Williams puts up a wild shot that goes on the weak side, and Mark Williams comes down from the rebound from Williamson. Lots of Williamses on the court at the moment. Oh man, Mark had great position down low. Roach missed him, couldn't get the entry pass. If he had just put that in the space there into the paint, Williams would have gone to get it. A little give and go action. Oh, between Williams and Wendell Moore, and it's a beauty. Wendell converts for 2. That is pretty Duke basketball. Duke would yesterday assisted on almost 66% of shot attempts. I mean, that's the way that Duke was playing. Oh man, Carly Jones with a good looking mid-range shot. That's the way Duke was playing over the 4-game win streak. Like really emphasizing a lot of the assists, a lot of a lot of ball movement, a lot of sharing of the ball. Right, Wendell coming off a screen here, but the ball doesn't go into him. It goes into Mark Williams, who's looking for Matthew Hurt, who's deeper into the paint, but no, the ball has to come back out to Stewart, and there's 8 seconds on the shot clock. And now a little pick and roll action. Williams is going to go in and amongst 3 different Cardinal defenders and try to get a rebound, but ball will be out against Duke, so Louisville will get possession. 7:54 to go. It's a 2-point game here in Greensboro. Wow. Okay. I wasn't as nervous before because look, Duke came out really, really strong, and then the next 4 minutes were not really strong, and then basically both teams played even in that final 4-minute segment between 12 and 8, so both teams were about even. So that's what we got right now at the moment. Teams actually both. And the reason, like you'd look at the scoreline and we're like 8 minutes to go here in the first, and we had mentioned earlier how this game was kind of a track meet. Like teams were going up and down the court, but they really weren't scoring, and they were just kind of running each other up and down. Both teams currently shooting 33% on 7 of 21 shooting for Duke and 6 of 18 for Louisville. The 3-point percentage is quite abysmal for both teams at the moment. Duke is 1 of 7. That 3-pointer, courtesy of Matthew Hurt, was his first shot of the game, actually. And we're going to cancel that. And Louisville hasn't hit a single 3-point shot. They're 0 for 4. Turnovers still, both teams have actually reined that in. 3 for Duke, 2 for Louisville, and the turnover story is a little bit more in Duke's favor, to be honest. This is a little better here for our Blue Devils. 14 rebounds to 13, and Duke with the 4 offensive boards, managing to convert only 1 of those into points. That was Mark Williams. But yeah, Duke 4 assists on 7 made buckets. So again, over 50% of the made field goals for Duke are assisted. And that's where we sit today. This is definitely going to be a bit of a tougher game than it was at Boston College yesterday. I think most people, although we were nervous about the Boston College game because we weren't really sure which Duke team was going to show up here to Greensboro, that game was more or less over by halftime. We took a 14-point lead into the locker room, and the game ended at 35 being the margin. So, but Louisville is not one to roll over and has currently made 4 of its last 5 buckets, most of which have been pretty easy layups, to be honest, except for the one Carly Jones shot. So I did want to see like when the last time that somebody, I can't remember when the last time that somebody that like beat Duke 3 times in a season. It must have had to be like a Carolina team. or something like that. That may have swept 3 in a row. I think we've swept Carolina 3 in a row before. Yeah, so we've lost to Louisville the last 3 times we played, not all time in the season. And 8 of the last 9 games have been single digit decisions, which is basically why these games always go down to the wire. So Louisville in the paint, can't connect there as David Johnson's shot hits the front of the rim and Duke comes down with the board. Wendell Moore now into the game. And actually Henry Coleman now into the game. Is it commercial? No, we are back as Hurt is going to take a nice mid-range 2-point shot, which is interesting. Actually, that part of Hurt's game has been pretty quiet these last several games. We haven't seen him really taking those mid-range shots, that Dirk Nowitzki type of shot. He just rises over Williamson here. Yeah, sorry if you're watching on the Discord, it may have been just like slightly delayed, or sometimes it gets off from like live, and so it but like it'll fast forward itself to current. But yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Hurts that mid range shot. I mean, he took Louisville to town with it the other time where he had 37. Wendell now guarding Carlik Jones, and Jones is going to put up a crazy shot. The shot clock was expiring on them, and there is a foul on the floor. Oh my God, did they call Roach for this foul? What a bailout! Holy shit! Did that really like? Or did they call Hurt for that foul? Like literally, you got the team into a no, they called Roach for it. You literally got Louisville to put up a prayer shot because at the end of the shot clock, and you bail them out with a foul. Oh my goodness! It ends up not mattering because Wendell Moore comes down with a rebound here, and so we've been saved. We've been saved. But boy, that was bad. This should be a foul here. Yeah, this should be a foul against Louisville, and it is! Oh, Matthew Hurt with the and one again, the mid-range jump shot. I said, just go back to your bread and butter, kid. That's exactly what you got to do with it. Yo, Johnson picks up, like, it should have been a foul before Matthew Hurt even took the shot. Johnson is all up in his airspace. There is, like, no cylinder. Like, we talk about the cylinder. He is giving Hurt no cylinder. That should have been a foul on the floor before Hurt even took the shot. He's asking for it at that point. That's a good call, by the way. And Wild Storm jumping in saying that Tech is playing Miami. Yes, see? Called it. Miami won. Although you can just like more or less decide to take my advice when filling out your bracket or not, but like, yeah. And by the way, what we wanted to do last year was a bracket challenge for all the subscribers where we would actually like put up a prize pool. But like because Duke might not be in the tournament, we might not do that this year, so not sure. But if Duke is in the tournament, we will do a prize pool for the for all the subscribers to the channel, and it'll be like I think last year we're gonna put like $500 to it, and if it's not this year, it'll be next year. So you're betting Duke and Tech in the final. But Duke would love another shot at Tech. And Matthew Hurt has gotten super assertive as he lays one in off the glass. But then Mark Williams follows it up because he gets the rebound. And Duke is out, has made 3 of its last 3 shots. And now we have extended here. And Louisville is forced to call a timeout. 9-point margin here for the Blue Devils. Matthew Hurt actually looking really, really good. That's his 10th points, by the way, and he is now into double figures. Look at this aggressiveness here. They could have called that a foul too. And Mark Williams there in the right place at the right time with the putback, just lurking underneath as Withers comes over to try to block the shot. Leaves Mark Williams wide open, and then bam, 2 easy ones. Am I watching the real game? Am I watching the real game? Yes, I am watching the real game on YouTube TV. If you need the game itself, you can jump into Discord because we have our watch party going on Discord. I can't do the game on YouTube because obviously that's like that we get into plenty of trouble doing that, which we don't want to get into that sort of trouble. So here on the channel, we can have the conversation. We can like we do the play-by-play, we do the calls, we do the reactions, and the 100% biased Duke commentary, and then wonderful folks in chat are going to be are giving you their own opinions of what's going on. So a win today would actually set us up with Florida State tomorrow, which would be back to do. I believe you can access Discord in your web browser if you don't have it per se, or it's a quick download, either on your phone because it's got a nice mobile app, or just on the PC. And it's totally free, so it doesn't actually cost you anything. And actually, I think if you go to the link without having Discord, it'll just tell you to download it. So, so that's the easiest way to do it. Withers thought about the three, then takes a step inside and puts up an absolute airball. And that's going to go the way of Duke. Oh, you're not allowed to have Discord. Uh-oh. That's, well, that's no fun. Oh, man. Trying to, like, that ruins all the fun then. Still, teams can't hit from the three-point line. Louisville hasn't hit a single one, and Duke has one of 7. Although been a bit of a game of runs, to be honest. Duke went on an 8-1 run earlier in the game, and now is on an 11-2 run over the span of the last 5 minutes, and Louisville has just gone absolutely cold. As DJ Stewart finds himself with 8 seconds left in the shot clock, Quinn Soslinski goes in to try to attempt the steal, and the gamble does not pay off. Mark Williams gets the position, gets the pass from DJ Stewart, and a quick turn, and he's at the rim. 2 more points for Mark Williams. He is 8 so far tonight to go along with his 8 rebounds. Mark Williams is on double-double alert, ladies and gentlemen, in the first half. And Goldwire with a beautiful interception to the pass, and he saves it as the ball is going out of bounds. Another turnover for Louisville, trying to make him pay. Matthew Hurt, perfect position down low. Can't get it. Rebound to Mark Williams, who absolutely gets fouled by Withers. And that's the 9th rebound by Mark Williams. And Mark Williams is going to the line. Oh, sorry, Matt. Parents' rules not allowed to have Discord. Oh, that's too bad. All right, Wildstorm. Take it easy. Let's go. We will see you soon. That is so far Duke playing at a very high level here. You know, one of the interesting things about the fact that teams having buys coming into these conference tournaments is that you run the risk of running into a team that has already played and is like in rhythm, and you're cold, like you haven't played a game. Like Duke's last game was Saturday, right? And Mark Williams misses them both, but Goldwire actually comes down with the rebound here, and so Duke will reset here. It's got 12 seconds on the shot clock. Moore trying to drive on Carlik Jones. Decent defense by Jones. Moore's going to put up 3. Oh, Moore's going to get it! Hell yeah. 3-point shot from Moore is good, and Duke has a 14-point lead as Carlik Jones tries to swim into the paint like a wild man and somehow gets fouled with a bailout. Thank you, refs, for bailing out Carlik Jones, because he was out of control and should not be rewarded for that. So, fantastic. Okay, we've had a commercial break. I'm going to switch back to chat. I will answer all your questions, I promise. Fitz, do I play Fortnite? Me, myself, I do not play I'm a terrible Fortnite player. My brother is a pro. So Frank, who's in our Discord, and he's like doing the streams and stuff for us, if you want to talk Fortnite, you talk to Frank, because he'll get it done in Fortnite for you. So, and also Warzone, by the way. He's also a pro in that. We've actually enjoyed playing Valheim of late. That's been fun. And Matt Cappy saying, am I a Duke fan? Yeah, well, yes. Well, there we go. So there we go. Here's the jersey. This is the jersey I had since I was an undergrad back in 08, 09, 10, and 11. So I've had it for a while. Yeah, Fitz. Frank is the one who does the co-commentary for the UNC games with us. Yeah. So I actually went to Duke twice. I was at Duke as an undergrad, and then I went back to Duke for business school. While I was there at business school, I was the graduate student, the chair of the graduate student basketball committee. And for those unfamiliar with how students like ticketing and how like going to games as a student works, basically as an undergrad, in order to go to the UNC game, you have to tent. And that's why you see, that's what Krzyzewskiville is. That's why you see all the tents out at the start of the second semester. If it was not a COVID year, and COVID kind of screws everything up, but typically when January rolls around, all the students go out and we tent for the UNC game. That's what you do as an undergrad, because as an undergrad you have a lot of time. As a grad student, we pick a weekend and we do a camp out for 36 hours, and then if you survive the 36 hours and you make all the attendance checks, you get in a lottery for graduate student tickets. And when students are allowed into the sections, the grad students have the end zones of the games right underneath the basket, while the undergrads have the entire side area. That's the Cam and Crazies section that's always on TV. That's the undergrad section. And so I managed the graduate students, the end zone sections, everything to do with ticketing, everything to do with like game operations the day of the game, giving people wristbands, getting tickets. Like we got to sit in on the game day meetings with the athletic staff, and like so it was really cool to learn about like how all that stuff goes on behind the scenes. It didn't really come like there was no like behind the scenes access to the actual team, although we did get invited to like the end of the year like awards dinner and like a couple events where the team was at. So we were able to get some things like signed and stuff, but like uh but yeah, but it was still really cool. Um so yeah. Do I think Patrick Baldwin is going to Duke? That question, I don't know. We'd have to see. Some of it might depend on who stays and who goes, right? Like, and see like where certain players like would fit. And so you'd think that like people would be waiting for decisions, right, to come out from folks. But apparently we have a Tar Heel fan in chat, which is fine as long as people are civil. That's cool. Have I been to a game in the student section? So that's the thing. Like I was at every game. I was basically at every game as an undergrad, and I was at every game as a grad student. Like we just like don't miss games. And the nice thing about running the whole thing is that like you get to stand up front. So yeah. Some of the most memorable ones, I was like the Grayson Allen shot at the end of the game against Virginia, the travel that really wasn't like I was under the basket for that one. That was really cool. Carlik Jones hits both free throws that he got bailed out on. As we're back here to live, away games, sometimes we could manage to get tickets for cheap for away games. Because we worked really closely with the ticket office, Fitz, they would hook us up. Like we could ask, and sometimes they would have extra tickets. Like we went to the away game against Wake that Luke Kennard popped off, and like was the one that he sent into overtime and then won it in overtime. Wendell Moore's got a tough mid-range jump shot. That fadeaway fallback just does not suit him well and doesn't go. And here's a wide open three as Matthew Hurt is late to recover. David Johnson has 3 for that one. Louisville chipping away at what was a 14-point lead is now down to 9. And then Henry Coleman actually back in the game, trying to see if he can get the ball to Hurt, but can't. He's just going to take it himself, put it up off the glass, and Henry Coleman's shot not going to go. I like the effort, though. Honestly, I like the effort. Let the kid go to the rim. He's got to probably go a little stronger than that. Maybe try to dunk it next time. Good recovery on the defense as Williamson here. Sam Williamson is going to get 2 more. So Louisville's put up a quick 6 points. Again, a game of runs. Like Duke goes on an 8-1 run. Louisville's now on a 6-0 run. This is their second 7-0 actually. This is their second type run. And Matthew Hurt not going to get fouled. I thought that was a foul. The shot's missed. And now Williamson getting it out to Jones. Jones is going to find himself open for 3, and Duke needs a timeout. As Louisville has just, oh my God, 14 points has vaporized into 4. Holy cow. This is nuts. Louisville has just gone on a 10-0 run. They've come out of 2 media timeouts and have just gone on crazy runs. 10-0 here. Damn, Louisville's feeling it right now. 30-second timeout by Coach K. Oh, Yeah. So yeah, AVs. We got next year. We have Griffin and Benchero are the two confirmed, and then Mark, Wendell, Jeremy, Jamin stays. Yeah. So Wendell for sure, Jeremy for sure, Brakefield, yeah, for sure. Williams stays another year. I think Hurt also ends up staying another year. Right now, somebody's like, there's people predicting him in like the 40s, like somewhere in the 40s for picks, which is like outside the lottery. Williams stays another. Hurt also stays another year. I think maybe Stewart tests the waters as. Oh my God! Just as I said that, he misses literally a layup. Just a little bit more patience would have resulted in 2 points there. It looked like he rushed the shot. And Williamson has 2 more points. Louisville has closed the gap and is on a 12-0 run. The Duke lead has evaporated. Wow. Nervous Duke foam spear time. This is bad. Louisville also extending the defensive pressure, and they're going to intercept the pass from Stewart. The pass was intended to Hurt, and Louisville's going to tie the game. I'm a little bit in shock here, chat. This is wow. I thought we were going to take a double-digit lead into halftime. Nope. Oh, my God. What just happened? Goldwire for 3 is not going to help the cause. Not going to help the cause. And now Withers is going to get fouled. No. Nickelberry is going to get fouled. Son of a gun. Yo, Duke is like, we're all out of sorts right now, Chad. This is bad. What the? What is going on? Baseball pass by David Johnson. Foul's going to be on Jordan Goldwire. I thought we were looking really good. Like, we had a lot to feel good about. We're like, there's like 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Duke's up by 14. We just play the way we've been playing. We take double digits in, like at least 10 into the locker room at halftime. Louisville comes out here and just, what? Holy cow. Are they in foul trouble, Antho? Like, they were in foul trouble within the first 4 minutes, and then they haven't gotten any more fouls. Louisville hits both free throws by Nickelberry. 16-0. Like, at least get fouled. Wendell Moore to Matthew Hurt for the left wing. Hurt. Hallelujah. Prayers answered by Matthew Hurt. The first shot by Duke to go in like 4 minutes. Holy cow. 30-29. Louisville's going to hold for the last shot of the half. What the? This is nuts. It's about a 4-second game clock, shot clock differential. Carlik Jones is going to put one up from almost three-quarter court, and it's going to be a shot clock violation for Louisville. Duke will have 5 seconds left in the first half to try to make something happen. Hurt is our savior, pretty much. Remember, you can't advance the ball in college. They got to go the full length of the court in 5 seconds to get a shot off. As my buddy Eric Russman would say, you got to practice these late. Oh, my. Why has this been like, why is this a thing? Like, just Duke can't even get a shot off at the end of when the halves are expiring. What? My friend Eric Russman would say that teams should practice like three-quarter court shots because especially when it comes down to March, it happens more than you'd think, where a team is in a late game situation, has to inbound the ball underneath its own hoop, and then basically go the length of the court and try to win it. And they like don't do that. Like we should like there was no play. There was no play there. What in the world? That was very disappointing. Okay, that was a very disappointing end of the first half. We played a decent, like, otherwise we played okay. This is now a 1-point game somehow. Bree W asking if DJ Stewart is good. Yes. Yes. ACC all freshman team, by the way. And top leading ACC freshman scorer. I think I said that right. Highest scoring freshman in the ACC. That's probably a better way to say it. 13.1, 13.2 points per game. DJ has skills. DJ has skills that could, and at some point, I don't know if he's ready to go now, but at some point DJ is going to play in the NBA for sure, like no doubt. So, okay, chat. Well, that was a crazy first half. No, I'm talking about DJ. Jeremy's more like DJ is the combo guard. Like Jeremy's a bit more of a true point guard, but Jeremy still has to hunt his shot. Ethan Clark, do I think Duke can win the tournament? Honest opinion. March is all about matchups. Right now, we are playing the probability that Louisville will not beat Duke 3 times in one season. So let's just say they advance to play against Florida State. Florida State has been terrible away from home. They can't win an ACC game if it's not in Tallahassee. Just go ask them what happened in Notre Dame. All right? So, can we win that game? Yeah. Then you either have a rematch against North Carolina or Virginia Tech. Personally, I prefer North Carolina because, again, what's the chances that North Carolina actually beats Duke 3 times in the same season? After the whooping that they gave us the other night on Saturday, you better believe that these boys are going to be like, that ain't happening again. So we could beat Carolina. At that point, you're in the tournament, and you're in the final. And then you just got to win one game. And, anybody can win it, right? It's just one game. So, sure. Could you win it? Yeah, but you got to win the game today first. So, it doesn't matter. Before we talk about the other ones, we just got to focus on what was happening now, and that this game is now a 1-point game. Who's better, Jeremy or G? Right now, DJ Stewart's the better guard. He can create his own shot. He can dive to the rim. He can shoot it from the outside. He can also come up with some crazy athletic dunks. And he can beat people off the dribble. Defensively, they're both liabilities. I don't think either one is particularly good defensively. So they need work there. And if you watch, Jeremy Roach hasn't been having to guard Carlik Jones very much, but in the first 2 Louisville games he was, and he was just getting taken off the dribble all the time. It was bad. It was bad defense. But he's a freshman, so he's got to learn. So yeah, from right now, I think DJ's ceiling is a little higher, too. And his currently, I would trust DJ at the end of the game more than I would Roach right now. That's just how it is. And he's also he's averaging more points and everything. He's been more consistent. Let's put it this way. This team has had a consistency problem, but of the two, DJ's been more consistent. Yeah, Bree. I also agree that Wendell's a pretty good defender too. They're decent individual defenders. They haven't played really good team defense except for a few that on that 4-game win streak when they were really clamping down on people. We've had halves of really good team defense. We haven't had 40 minutes of really good team defense. And that's the problem with a young team. So, but yeah, so here we are at halftime. Let's take a quick look at the stats because, yeah, Louisville ended the half on a 5 of its last 6 on a 16-3 run over the last 3 minutes and 42 seconds. However, both teams are still shooting 38% from the field. So both shooting equally bad. Duke 13 of 34 and Louisville 11 of 28. However, Duke's still a point up, and that's all that matters. The 3-point shooting for both teams is still pretty horrid. 3 of 10 and 2 of 8 for Louisville. And Duke losing the battle at the free throw line here. Louisville is 5 of 6, and we're 1 of 4. The free throw line, unfortunately, has not been a strength for Duke this season, which is crazy to say about a Duke team. Total turnover is actually not bad. 5 turnovers for Duke, 3 for Louisville. It started messy in the first 4 minutes, and teams were just kind of like throwing it all over the yard, but both teams kind of locked it down there. And Duke winning the rebounding margin right now, 22-19. So that is a positive for the Blue Devils. And what else have we got? Fast break points, points in the paint. Duke 5 assists. So what was the piece, a little interesting stat here is when we looked at the stats before, we said that Duke had 5 assists on 7 made buckets. Duke now has only 5 assists on 13 made buckets. I think some of the Duke scoring has slowed down as a result of that ratio just like falling off a cliff. Because when we're assisting on 5 of 7, basically, there's a lot of ball movement. Things are going well in the offense. And then the last 6 makes have all been these sort of really tough individual efforts, which is not really the kind of basketball we want to be playing. So give me a second. I just got to write down 2 things to remind myself. Thinking of random stuff that's coming up. Okay. But yeah, that's where we're at. We did mention some of the Louisville foul trouble that came up early. Williamson and Dre Davis. Samuel Williamson, number 10, and Dre Davis, number 14 for Louisville, had 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes of this game. They still have 2 fouls. So Louisville did protect them somewhat, but we could have done better in that. These are highlights here from the first games of the afternoon. This was Syracuse against NC State. Actually, quite interesting to see because I didn't get a chance to watch these games. These happened too early this morning for me. I'm pretty sure Syracuse takes this one quite handily here. It looks like Buddy Boeheim got on a bit of a roll. Yeah, wow, 27 points and 5 assists for Buddy Boeheim. Great game for him. Syracuse by 21. What is this bubble watch? First 4 out, last 4 in. Syracuse still on the bubble there. God, we're not even in the next 4 out. That's like, how do you drop off a cliff like that? Jesus, that's until the UNC game, we were just like in the first 4 out or whatever, and now we're just 10 deep. You fall that far. Bree, am I from Durham? No, I'm originally from Connecticut. I did my undergrad and my graduate school at Duke. So I spent 6 years in 6 years plus then about a year of work in Durham. So I've lived in Durham for 7 years. Whose signature is on the jersey? Does that actually even come through on camera? Wow. It's Krzyzewski's. This is the Coach K signed jersey there. So that was one of the perks of being able to manage the whole students. At least I got it signed. At least I got my jersey signed, which is a bit of a double-edged sword because to be honest, I can't really wear this out anymore. It has to hang on the wall or come out for special occasions like tournament time, because you can't wash it. So if the jersey ever got dirty, the signature would just go away, and you're well, you can't do that. So yeah. So it's a little constraining. I could probably got to buy myself another jersey, probably a Trey Jones jersey or something, a number 3. Arya Ferber, am I relieved to be done with college? I've been done with college for a while now. It was a very, very fun time, but there is a time and a place for that kind of fun. And Yes, being in the real world has its perks as well. Like, I don't have to do homework anymore. And once my day is over, it's over. Yeah. Who's better, Jamin or Jalen? Probably Jalen, just based on where he's gonna get drafted. Brakefield, I think, has a potential to become a very, very good player. I like that he hustle. He's got a lot of hustle plays in him, kind of like Henry Coleman, to be honest. Both Henry Coleman and Jamin Brakefield have this like really, um, like work, like seem to have a really good work ethic, like hustle first mentality, and that actually goes a really long way in the Duke program. So I think they're gonna have pretty good futures ahead. And Brakefield seems like, I mean, Brakefield seems like a guy who's not afraid to take last minute shots. I mean, just look at what happened at the Virginia game, right? Where he takes Jay Huff, a senior, off the dribble, like fakes a handoff, takes him off the dribble, and goes straight to the rack and basically wins the game for us. Yeah. How is it like being at Duke as a student? Um, I mean, fantastic. Like those are the best. Like those are definitely undergrad. Like best 4 years of best four year stretch there. That was really cool. Um, and especially like what's really nice about it is that uh, everyone at most of the people at Duke, not everyone, but most of the people, the majority of the people, uh, at least that I was friends with, all under like we all got the basket like the Cameron crazy mentality. Um, like so like as a group of like when we were freshmen, we all tented together, and even then in like other years, we would all go to games together. And so like people like all rally around like Duke basketball, football not so much, although it was getting better while I was there. Like my first year was the start of the football reclamation project. Like it was fun to go to games, but to be honest, like we used to have what like tailgate used to be the event, and then there was a football game that you sometimes went to. Um, Tino, do I cover recruiting? I cover recruiting. Like, we'll talk about recruits for Duke, but not like we just like keep it specific to like Duke. But to be honest, I haven't done like because we've been in season, I haven't had an opportunity to really dive into the recruits as much. Once we're like out of season, we'll like transition to that. And if you look on the channel, like we did video segments for each of the recruits that we had coming into this season. So we did like we looked at the mixtapes. We like for each of the six freshmen talked about their game, talked about how we thought they would fit into the Duke system, talked about like Duke players that they reminded us of. Or like thought that they had similar games to, so like as a point of comparison, kind of made up predictions on whether they were one and dones or whether they would stay. So uh, we like as far as covering like we would cover recruiting for Duke in that context. And as we like look ahead to next season, we'll probably do something similar over the summer, where we'll take a look at the incoming freshmen and we'll do like a breakdown. Um, we'll do like a breakdown of their game, and we'll post those videos. We don't do those live. We'll just like post them when they come out. Those are always really fun to do. Um, so yeah, we got the two like Paolo Banchero, who actually plays. He's like from the Pacific Northwest. I like I'm in Seattle right now. Like he's like plays in this area from what I know. And then Griffin, who's like really good as well. So I'm actually interested to see a season where more people stay than leave, which would be nice. And then we don't have like, because basically this year we turned over the entire like half the team. Like let's be real, we like turned over half the Duke team. So it's like not a surprise that in a COVID year, like we struggled a little bit of stability. Like the growth that we saw out of Matthew Hurt this season was spectacular. The growth that we saw out of Mark Williams this season was spectacular. Um, and I think that like folks are going to finally find their place to play. It actually got the whole like you notice that we never actually like settled on a starting rotation until Jalen Johnson opted out, and then it finally looked like Duke found how it wanted to play and like actually had like an identity going forward that we could be like, all right, at least we know what the starting lineup is. We kind of know how we want to win a game and like what we want to do and who the ball is going to go to, and like you can figure out the plays. So yeah, and that's what somebody was saying earlier. There was saying whether or not we would get Baldwin, and my answer was that I haven't looked into that deeply enough. If we had Justin on the show, or if he was somewhere in chat, Justin would know. He's the recruiting expert. But that would be. But like even though it's technically like a down year, like Duke is still the place to play. Like you still come to play for Coach K, man. Yeah, but that's an interesting one. It's an interesting take. Goldwire needs to start over Roach. I don't totally disagree with that. I do kind of wonder why Goldwire as a senior comes off the bench as like the sixth man. I do find that's a little interesting. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little stumped on that one, on exactly why that is. Maybe because you think you have well, I mean, like Roach maybe a bit more consistent shooter, but I mean, even yesterday, Goldwire was making threes. But Duke hit 15 3-point shots yesterday, most of which were in the first half, all of which were in the first half. And so like that, like everybody was just hitting shots. And who do I think was going to stay? Well, we get this question a lot, so we obviously know Jalen Johnson's gone, and then I think like the other one, unless Hurt pulls a Luke Kennard where like he decides to go after a sophomore season because he just had this like crazy meteoric rise and like, but I'm not, but her like Kennard was on a better team or like a team that had a better record. Hurt has definitely put up the numbers. I mean, he's over number one in scoring in the ACC. Because I think Justin Champagny came down, his average came down a little bit. So like the two maybes are Stewart and Hurt, but like of those two maybes, I would put it at like. I tell you what, both are gonna do that thing, because like remember that students are now allowed to get evaluated without losing their eligibility. Before, well, several years ago, you basically had to declare for the draft, and then like you'd get all your draft grades, and like people would tell you whether or not they thought you could make it. But at that point, it's too late to come back because you'd already declared and like forfeited your remaining NCAA eligibility. The NCAA actually changed that, which is crazy that they actually did something that's helpful for once, but they did. So good on them. So you can like get like your whole like draft grade status and then make a decision, which is the right thing to do for these kids. So they should both do that for sure, and like see where people would think they would land. But like invariably, people are going to tell them like, oh yeah, you could be a lottery pick, and like here, go sign an agent, and like he'll make lots of money. But like that's not really always true. You've seen this with like some Duke guards in the past. Like not Thornton, but oh my god, it was like what are the Duke guards? Where you're just like, nah, this kid's not really ready, and then he ended up declaring for the draft and like didn't even get drafted, and you're like, well, I could have seen that one, like I could have told you that. You don't need an NBA scout to tell you that one. But I think both of them will test the waters. The rest come back. The rest come back. Okay, we're ready to go here from Greensboro and ready to resume. So it's a 1-point game, and first possession for Louisville is going to end up not empty, actually. It's going to be out of bounds as DJ is going to get called for touching the ball out of bounds as he tried to save it. Also, I can't wait for Carlik Jones to go away because this whole transfer thing is a little crazy. A guy like transfers over for his final year, and like our transfer Tape like doesn't do anything, and this dude is like literally winning Louisville all of its games. Step back jumper for Jones hits the front of the iron, and Duke comes up with the rebound. That's it, Liam. It was Duval. Thank you. I've like scratched that name from my memory. DJ Stewart for 3. Brilliant. All right, good start. Yeah, everybody said Duval, like, yeah, you can go to the draft, like, you're going to do great. And I'm like, no, you're not. And then it was like, I was right. Uh, which is unfortunate because I'd like everybody to make their, like, get their payday. DJ Stewart here with the steal is going to go coast to coast on Carlik Jones, who strips him. Wendell Moore there following it up, however. Right place, right time. Wendell, the presence of mind to actually run the floor. Fantastic hustle play there. A lot of times you just see, like, teammates would just be like, hey, you got it. And then that happens where Jones actually blocks it, but Moore is right there to clean it up. That's the kind of energy you need. And I like to see that because then Duke knows it has to play basically it needs every single possession to stay alive. That is playing with a sense of urgency. Mark Williams deflects that shot. It hits the front of the rim, and Duke is going to come up with a rebound here. Duke starting to go on a little bit of a run. Let's see if we can, like, get the train rolling here. Mark Williams has 10 rebounds right now and 8 points. He is absolutely going to get a double-double in this game. Matthew Hurt backing down Louisville, and he will get fouled. David Johnson will pick up his second foul. Yeah, DJ's way better than Caleb Love. Oh, Caleb Love from UNC. Another player that I can't wait till they leave already. It was kind of like Cole Anthony, but, like, at least Cole Anthony, he was, like, short. He was like 1 year and I'm done. The problem is I don't think Caleb Love is a one and done. I think he's going to be around for a while, which is going to be bad news for Duke because the kid's good. Matthew Hurt at the free throw line. Like, as a Duke fan, we can respect the rivalry. Caleb Love's pretty good. Actually, yeah, Matthew Hurt missed the second. So he's got 14 points so far tonight. And Louisville's going to take a three from the corner. That shot's no good. Weak side rebound down to Williams, his 11th. And Duke now with a 7-point lead. Offense looking a little bit better. Managing to capitalize on a couple missed Louisville shots and turnovers. Jeremy Roach! Jeremy Roach for three. Book it. 10-point lead for the Blue Devils here on a 9-0 run in the last 2:25. Chat, we've said it before. This game is a game of runs. Whichever team seems to get hot last is going to be the team that wins this thing. Conversely, whichever team decides to show up and play some defense will also do pretty good. And Louisville can't come up with that shot. The three-pointer is no good. They do get the offensive board, so they're going to have another shot at it. Carlik Jones driving on Wendell Moore. Tries to get it outside to Davis, and Davis deflected by Hurt, and two Louisville Cardinals run into each other, and they're going to call a foul on Mark Williams, which is yet another bailout. Yet another bailout. How do you... Okay, that's the Roach replay. It's a nice, good-looking stroke there. 5 points for Roach, 5 points for Stewart. The freshman backcourt, which, let's be real, has struggled. Didn't struggle against BC, but that was BC. They struggled in that 3-game losing streak there, where DJ Stewart was averaging about 8 points in those games, which is 5 points under his 13-point average, and Roach was really only averaging about 3 in those games. So, yeah, Mark Williams is coming back next year, Tino. I would put that at like 95% confidence that Mark Williams is coming back. He needs to put on weight, is what he needs to do. Jalen Withers here gets at the free throw line. Mark Williams needs to go through the strength and conditioning program that Matthew Hurt did. And I think because they had, like, because of COVID just, like, screwing up the summer, like, give him a year in a college program, and we're going to see Mark Williams come back with 15 more pounds on his frame, and you're going to be like, wow, that's impressive. Yeah. Dr. Nefario, hey, welcome into chat. Welcome in everybody in chat. Happy Wednesday afternoon here as we are cheering on our Blue Devil fans who are right now up by 8 points here in Greensboro. DJ Stewart trying to go down low. Oh, what a beautiful putback by Mark Williams. The second chance opportunity. And Mark Williams now has a double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds, cleaning up DJ's missed shot with the one-handed putback. Oh, for the love of God, Slizlinski off in the corner alone gets the 3. 7 points is the margin here as Duke's bringing the ball back up the floor. The Louisville didn't even get... Yo, Wendell, go straight up. That's a foul. Oh, no, he stepped on the end line? What? Oh my God, Wendell. Oh my God. Wendell Moore. This is the stress spear. This is the Duke foam stress spear chat. What is Wendell doing driving that baseline? He is literally looking for people to pass to. There is nobody within 10 feet of the guy except for his man, which he beat from the three-point line. That should have been a poster dunk. Oh, my Lord. Tell me I'm wrong. That should have been a poster dunk. Like, you could see that Wendell was not even looking at the rim. He was not looking to score. Why is that a thing? Like, this has been a problem with Moore this season, and it blows my mind because, like, the dude won us the UNC game last year. You should have all the confidence in the world to go to the rim and take these shots. And he finds himself under the rim, eyes as wide as a deer in the freaking headlights, and doesn't know where to go with the ball. Why? Oh my goodness. Whew. Yikes. Also, like, Bree, you can see if the game's playing in Discord. The watch party's in Discord, by the way. So if you need the game, jump into Discord. That's the link's in the description, or I'll just post it. There you go. There's the link. Jump into Discord and join the watch party. We've got our private watch party going on with all of the folks here from the channel. So you can watch and watch along, so you know what we've got going. Gonna check on the fouls. There's one this half. Should be 2 for Duke. Wendell Moore's got one. Yeah, that part like blows my mind. Anyway, a strong first 4 minutes for our Blue Devils here in this second half. 14 points so far for Hurt is the team high. Mark Williams has 10 points and 14 rebounds. Can I say hi to your friend Annie Gurr? Sure. Hi, Annie Gurr. Kyle Ganley says hello. Go Duke. There you go. Done. See? Easy. Easy. Yeah, and so the first four. So our analyst here, Russman, will also say the first four is the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half are pivotal in like winning games. Unfortunately, Louisville just drilled us in the last 4 minutes of the first half. But the first 4 minutes here of this second half have gone in the way of Duke. So we have come out of the locker room and responded well because my goodness, that run that like Louisville went on at the end of the half was crazy. So good to see the response here by the Blue Devils. And who's Carolina playing tonight? They're playing Notre Dame. Let's see. Prediction time. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. Yeah. Go to hell, Carolina. Although, actually, Carolina's probably going to win. Like it's a bit of a pipe dream to think that like Notre Dame would, but still, I wouldn't like. They did beat Florida State, so Jalen Withers going to pick up a foul there as Mark Williams was down low. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot. We could also use some Joey Baker threes. We could use some more consistency out of Joey Baker. We talked about this in the game yesterday. How it would be really nice to get Joey Baker, like if he could get 8 to 12 points a night, boy, that would be really tough. Okay, Williams not going to shoot free throws, foul on the floor here, and Wendell Moore is going to try to reset this. Oh my goodness, Slezlinski tries to intercept the pass. Mark Williams actually comes up with the ball. The ball is rolling in Duke's way at the moment, and Williams has 12. That was a little lucky, but let's be honest, Chad, it's better to be lucky than good because champions are both. And that's we need all right now. Samuel Williamson takes a mid-range jump shot from one step inside the three-point line, and that is off. The rebound to Wendell Moore and Duke, and Jeremy Roach is going to take a step in transition and in rhythm three and just drill it. Chris Mack here from Louisville is going to need a timeout if Louisville can't come up with a bucket right now, as Carlik Jones drives in and gets blocked from behind, bodies flying everywhere. And for once, the refs don't bail him out. Thank you. This is a very good shot here from Jeremy Roach, who gets the pass from Stewart. He takes one dribble, 2 steps. He's in rhythm and just drops it in. Carlik Jones did not close out in time, gave him too much airspace, and Roach made him pay. Fantastic shot by Roach there. 16-5 run for the Blue Devils as Louisville has gone cold from the floor in the last 5 minutes and now has to take a desperation three-point shot that ends up off the rim, and the rebound is down to Stewart. Wendell Moore wants a screen here by Williams. Isn't going to get it. Williams goes up strong, and he's going to get fouled. Foul against Slislinski. That's his first, and Williams will go to the free throw line for 2. Let's go! What's the best Duke team that I've ever seen? Whew, best Duke team I've ever seen. I did, wow, we did see the Zion Williamson RJ team. I think we were in Madison Square Garden when we saw that one. And actually, my brother saw them play in the against Michigan State in the game they lost. That was a great team. I didn't ever get to see the Justice Winslow, like the Okafor Winslow team play in person. They were 1 year before I got back to school, but I did see the 20 team play. I was an undergrad when that 20 team was there. That was a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. So as far as like in person seeing those teams, yeah. Mark Williams goes 1 of 2 at the line. That's the other place. Mark Williams has to improve his free throw shooting. Recall that, who was it? Our big man, Vernon Carey, as actually Carlik Jones almost loses the ball. Mark Williams is going to find himself in situations next year where he is just going to get fouled repeatedly. And that should have been a travel by Carlik Jones, by the way. Louisville still can't get the shot, but they do get the putback. David Johnson follows it up there. Mark Williams is going to find himself in situations next year. We have a Louisville timeout, so we can talk about this. Where he's going to get like fouled on probably as many occasions or on more occasions than not. When he's going like for rebounds, when he's going for when he's backing people down to get post position, and if he improves his free throw shooting, his points per game average is going to go up by like 4 or 5 just a night, magically, like that. Snap of the fingers, he's going to have another 4 or 5 points on average if he improves his free throw shooting from like whatever it is now, like some like awful like 50% to like 70%. Like you're gonna see him have to work on that over the summer. Who do I think is going to win the championship? Boy, if I knew, I would put a lot of money on it. I do think that the top teams have differentiated themselves. I think we know there are several really good top teams. I don't think this is a year like the year that Virginia won it, where you have these very odd, like, yeah, you had like Texas Tech. And God, who was the other one that made it? Was like Virginia. Then it was like on the other side. The other side of the bracket was totally borked, right? It was like was it Purdue and Texas Tech that got in? Auburn. Thank you. Yeah, and I don't know if it's that kind of year. I think it's more of a year where you're just like, you look at the Final Four, and it's like 3 of the 4 are probably like, yeah, could have seen that coming. But it's not going to be something where like it's just like one of them, and you're like, where did the other ones go? And it was just like wild upsets. I don't know. The whole bubble situation is interesting to me, but look, Gonzaga got tested last night in its game against BYU. They were down double digits. I think it was 14 points at halftime. and they came back to win by 10, which is interesting to me because finally Gonzaga gets a bit of a test, and they kind of show that in a championship game they have championship level caliber. Is that the right word? They have a championship level metal to be able to get it done. So most years I'm a broken record, and basically I'm like, Gonzaga's a fluke. Don't put him past your second round. If you do, you're just throwing away your bracket pool because it's not going to happen, and you should just knock them out by the Sweet 16. Just drop them. It doesn't matter who they're playing. Just drop them. Don't advance them because you're going to screw it up. This year might not be the case. Yeah. So Ant's right with me. Typically they're like frauds in there because the conspiracy by the NCAA is that, look, we need a West Coast team that we have to put in the West Coast region, and even if they're really not a 1 seed, we're going to put them up there because we need somebody on the West Coast to carry the torch. Because the West Coast teams haven't always they've been not played the level. Oregon was good a couple of years ago, but UCLA hasn't been as good lately. And it just hasn't been there. So Gonzaga's trying to carry the torch for the entire West Coast, and the NCAA tournament's just yeah, we'll put him in there as number 1. It's a beautiful dive to the basket here as Matthew Hurt is going to draw a blocking foul, and he is going to go to the line. This is great aggression right off the dribble. Illinois losing to Michigan State. Hey, that's Tom Izzo, man. That's Tom Izzo. But Illinois looking really good. Our loss to them early in the season, I don't feel so bad about it anymore. Depending on looking at how the season is going, This is unlike that SFA loss last year where you're like, wow, SFA comes in here and they're really good. And then by the end of and then they actually continue to be really good. But then by the time you get to the end of the season, they've just boom, gone. And you're like, what? Wow, we lost to actually a terrible team. Illinois, not the case. Illinois, a very good team. So yeah, I think you have options between Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, Michigan, good. Ohio State, I'm suspect on. David Johnson connects there. I would not put a lot of money on Ohio State, but Louisville losing Mark Williams in transition. I mean, the dude was alone. Baseball pass all the way down the court. He's got 15 points. Louisville just couldn't even find him. That's the easiest bucket that Mark Williams has gotten all season. To be honest, that might be the easiest bucket Duke has gotten all year, and that's a terrible foul by Wendell. Yikes. Oh, and wanting to see Trey and Carey in the tournament. Not just that, I wanted to see Justin Robinson in the tournament. That kid was putting on a show in those final games of the season. He was peaking at the end of this, and that team was playing its best basketball at the end of the season, by the way. Justin Robinson would have been a difference maker in March. He's this is a Cinderella story written all over it. Literally. Going to happen before our eyes. Carlik Jones drives in on Mark Williams. Williams going to pick up a foul here as Jones is going to go to the free throw line. Yeah, Michigan. At least Michigan's been there before. That's the thing. So and John Beilein, their coach. I mean, I think he's a good coach. Not this year. So Tom Izzo, here's the other prediction. Tom Izzo has about 2 years before he gets back to a Final Four. Typically, Izzo is on a 4 or 5 year cycle. And right now, since they beat the Zion Williamson team, that's been 2 years. So, they might not even make the tournament, or they're going to be one of the at-larges. So yeah, Izzo has got give Michigan State another 2 years before you put them back in their Final Four. But 2 years from now, pencil them in because they're going to be there. Somehow, Izzo gets the team to the Final Four every 4 or 5 years. It just happens. It's you can bet on it, but you can't bet on Carlik Jones missing 2 free throws, which he just did. So he comes empty with that trip to the line, but Louisville will keep possession as Samuel Williamson bounces it off Matthew Hurt's thigh, which looked like it might have hurt a little bit more than it should have there. 12-point margin here And we just need to keep building a lead here. We cannot let Louisville get a sniff of this thing, because as soon as they do, Carlik Jones is going to try to take over this game. No 3-point shots. Run them off the line. And here is a 3-point shot by Louisville, which is no good. Johnson comes down with a rebound, tries to get across the court to Nickelberry, sorry. And now Carlik Jones going to drive on Holman. Carlik Jones going to put up from the ACC logo. Back iron, rebound to DJ Stewart. Duke looking to slow things down just a little bit here. We're playing a much more of a half-court game. Pass kind of goes a little awry there. Matthew Hurd now back to Wendell. Louisville 3 of 15 this half. Tough shooting. Duke 7 of 8. Goldwire trying to drive here. Gets into the paint. Goldwire with a little floater. No good. Nobody there for the rebound as Mark Williams has gone to the bench. So we're missing the big body down low. Louisville's going to try to put up a 3. Oh, my God. Nickelberry's got 3. And 12-point lead down to 9. Holy cow, man. Henry Coleman, yes, gonna get fouled. That's a foul on Withers. That should be his 3rd. Henry Coleman's got great position down low there on the block. Fakes, gets the Louisville Cardinal to go flying in the air, and then gets himself fouled. Will go to the free throw line. It's great minutes there from Henry Coleman. Great presence of mind. You might get a money baits in 2 years, so you could make. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a 4-year cycle. It's basically what ends up happening. What ends up happening for Izzo is that like he gets players like stay all 4 years. So like the really good ones like graduate, right? With like Cassius Winston and such, like in his class. So they're like gone. And now he has to like rebuild the whole team. And then like by the time the freshmen now get to like their seniors, then he like gets a really, really good recruit that's like a freshman or a sophomore, but just like an all-star. And so like you combine those pieces and he's like got something. And so he's like taking swings at it like every 4 or 5 years. And that's like that's what works. But that's just how it is. So. All right. We are at a media timeout at the moment. Duke currently by 9. Remember, folks, if you need the game itself, jump into the watch party that is happening on Discord. And you can grab the game here. We are going to keep, and don't forget, we are going to keep streaming as long as Duke keeps winning. So game tomorrow night will be at the same time. This is a 6:30 tip-off, and we will be back, so make sure to hit the sub button and join us tomorrow afternoon for assuming we win this game, which this game has plenty of game left to be played. It's only, we got 12 minutes, 11:31 to go. And yeah, Mike, if you need the game, jump into Discord. We got a bunch of people watching over there. If we could get more of the Louisville players in foul trouble. Yeah, that would be nice. Let me make sure that the fouls are actually up to date, because they're not at the moment. So Jalen Withers currently has 4 fouls. So we're talking about foul trouble. Withers has 4. Dre Davis has 3. Samuel Williamson has 3. Carlik Jones just has 1. There's like really no hope of getting him in any sort of foul trouble. Johnson has 1, actually, so I think I probably shifted around a foul or something. So, yeah, okay. So I think that's what we've got. Yeah, I mean, if we could foul out, let's see, Jalen Withers, but I'm pretty sure Withers was drilling threes the other night. Yeah, so like, this is the score, this is the box score from the second game against Louisville. Jalen Withers had 16 points, but he had to have 5 fouls, so he had to actually fouled out. Did a pretty good job of that. In the first game against Louisville, Jalen Withers had 13. So yeah, fouling him out with only 6 points would be pretty fantastic. That would be pretty fantastic. It would be something if Duke makes it to the Sweet 16. It'd be something if Duke made the tournament. We're like, Duke fans, we are getting ahead of ourselves. We need to go one game at a time, but I am with y'all. If we can, like, if we get into that tournament, we can make some noise. For sure. He needs to try to block a Mark Williams dunk 4 times. Oh dear, Henry Coleman's shot is first free throw is no good. We're getting killed at the free throw line. We are 5 of 12 as Coleman misses both. Oh my God. If this turns into like, a late free throw shooting game, Carlik Jones is going to try to take over and he just gets stuck. Comes up with a turnover and Duke and Matthew Hurt comes out with it. Duke in transition. Coleman down the floor. Coleman with the step. Going over to DJ Stewart and it's going to be a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor. That will be... ESPN has this wrong. That's going to be a foul on Trainer, which should actually be the 7th team foul of the half. This should put Duke in the bonus. Should be a 1-1 here. Unfortunately, it's Henry Coleman and not one of the... Okay, no, the next one's going to put us in the bonus? Weird. Okay, I'm looking... I guess the stats that I'm looking at are not quite there. Mark Williams underneath, hesitates for a second. Oh, there's the foul. That's the foul on Trainer. Okay, so those stats were a little bit ahead. Mark Williams, this should have been an and one. He's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to have to make it up there. Slislinski. Whose foul am I missing? Trainer 1, Slislinski 3. No, yeah, I have it. That's right. Mark Williams makes the first. Very nice. It's not a 1-on-1. It's a shooting foul. He gets to take both. $16 points so far, 12 rebounds. And he made them both! Fantastic. Love it. 17 points for Mark Williams. A team high 17 points. Even though we said that Matthew Hurt put up 37 last time, and he basically did it all himself, that has not been the case. Duke in a 3-2 zone. Sort of, except that they are not switching off Carlik Jones. What an interesting defensive scheme. This is man-to-man, Wendell Moore on Carlik Jones, and the other 4 players are playing a 2-2, box zone. So Duke refusing. This is what we said earlier. They're going to put Coldwire or Moore on Jones, and you don't leave them. And that's exactly what they've done. Mark Williams gets stripped there. And Carlik Jones is going to try to drive in. Louisville's going to take a 3 from the outside. That shot is in and out. Rebound down to Williamson and going to Trainer. Trainer gets fouled, does not make the shot. Mark Williams, the offending party there. That's his third. Yep. Trainer is 1. And Trainer will miss the second. No, it'll hit every part of the rim. Lucky Cardinal. 9 points. Still the margin here. What? They're going to call that out on Mark Williams? Can I get a replay? Probably not. Okay, they are going to get a replay. The coach's challenge concept doesn't exist here, but Williams saying that he did not touch that ball, it goes into the books as a turnover for Duke, which is lame. Remember the shooting percentage for Duke now at 47%. Louisville can't get the layup. They will retain possession as Mark Williams tips it out and can't corral the rebound. But yeah, the game's in Discord. You got to jump into the voice channel there and then click on the stream and it'll pop up for you. That's our private watch party. Otherwise, Louisville inbounding here and the ball to Jones. Jones driving in. He's going to take a step inside the three-point line. Shot hits front iron. Rebound down to Hurt. And Carly Jones having a tough night. 3 of 11. And I, for one, am glad to see it. Like, we're up by 9, and at this point, we're just trying to play this half-court offense. And I'm not too, like, I'm okay with this because we do want to, like, burn some time off the clock. And Matthew Hurt with the turnaround J. Oh, silky smooth. 18 points for Matthew Hurt as he has found the mid-range shot once again. Oh, and Jeremy Roach. No. Whoever this ref is here at the bottom to just call that foul, god awful. Get him off the floor. That is hustle play by It is not Jeremy Roach's fault that Soslinski dribbles the ball between his legs and can't gather it, okay? And then loses it and now it just has to get bailed out by the ref. That is awful officiating. Roach has every right. That ball is out. God, go get it. I don't like. It's a foul that I should not be called, and I don't care that Roach picked up the foul because it's a good hustle play. Louisville's 3-point shot is off. Soslinski with the rebound, and Roach is going to get called again? What? Why? Wow, Roach has 4. Okay. God. Louisville shooting 1-1 as both teams are now in the bonus. And they miss. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. I'm actually pretty in sync with the scoreboard, to be honest. So it does kind of work. If it gets close to the end, we sometimes take it down. DJ Stewart going to give this over to Goldwire. Try to overload weak side, but didn't. Carly Jones almost steals it from Stewart. Stewart gets it back, and Stewart going to go up, and his shot off the backboard, no good. I realize that the lead is currently 11, but I'm like really nervous. Oh, because right there, Trainer hits for 3, and the lead is 8. Oh my God. 55-47. Trainer going to get called for this foul. This is a 1-1. We've hit the under 8 timeout. And in the under 8 timeout, it is a 8-point lead. So, yeah, I am actually quite nervous for this one. Wow, primetime 1026. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, although we're not even live on Twitch. But that's cool because we do have a Twitch channel. We just prefer to do the Duke games on... we just prefer to do the Duke games on YouTube. So... I am actually not in my parents' basement, Andrew. I am in my own apartment. My parents live on the other side of the country. Thank you very much. So there you go. We got Razorbacks. Oh, James Calloway saying he just got back from church. Nice. Where was the Razorbacks? Oh, there's a Razorbacks fan. Nice, Arkansas. There you go. Weren't we like number 1 in the league? No, I don't think so. No, we almost won the ACC tournament, but we have not won an ACC regular season, God, in a lot of years. Like, I don't think we've won an ACC regular season since I was an undergrad, and it's been like 12 years. Whew. Like, I feel like the 2010 team won the ACC regular season, and like that was it. And then like all the other teams came in, and like Florida State won it, Miami won it, Virginia won it, like Notre Dame won it once, like Louisville's won it. Like it's been this like revolving door of who like the actual ACC champion of the regular season is. So yeah, for some reason I saw the Twitch follow, but like for some reason YouTube doesn't give me like alerts, and I don't know why, and it's very annoying, and I'll have to try to fix it at some point. But if you did hit the sub button on YouTube, thank you very much. It really helps grow the channel, and helps us keep going here. We'll be alive as long as Duke is alive, and whether that's hopefully that somehow goes into the NCAA by some miracle. But in any case, we will keep the train rolling as long as we can. Remember, Duke was shooting 33% from the floor at halftime. Oh, look, we got Zach R in chat saying he's transferring to FSU next year. Hopefully their team is as good. Coming from Kentucky. Oh, jeez. The thing about FSU is that they have been a very consistent ACC team. Leonard Hamilton is built. They are always a problem for Duke. Always a problem for Duke. I distinctly remember my senior year, we were standing in the student section. I was with one of my buddies, and he's like, "You know what, Ritz? I have never really seen a true buzzer beater in Cameron." And he was a junior at the time, and I'm like, "You know what, Matt? You probably just jinxed it." And what happens? Florida State beats us at home at the buzzer on a 3-point shot from the right corner. Like, it was just across the way. I was like in the middle of the student section. It was like on the right hand side, and you're like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, I can't actually believe like that happened, and like we called it like that. They've always been a struggle for Duke, and then like even right when we played them with like the whole Zion Williamson team, where Zion like had to leave the game, and we barely got out of Tallahassee with a win there at the very end. Like, they've always played a consistent program. Thing is that Florida State had a bunch of players leave to the NBA, and they're still good. So I think you're going to be fine next year. I wouldn't worry about it. Mark Williams gets the 2 free throws yet again. He is 4 for his last 4 at the line, and Duke has the 10-point lead. What were the scores at half, James? It was 30-29. Duke ahead. Louisville ended the half on a 16-0 run. Yes, Duke was ahead by 14 points with 3:30 to go, and coming out of the media timeout, the under 4 media timeout, Louisville put up 16 straight. And basically, it was a 16-3 run to close the half, and we ended at 30-29. Incredible. Duke now managing to open a 10-point lead here, and Mark Williams down to Hurt. Hurt's just going to turn around, get his own rebound, but Zielinski is there to get the second miss. 7 minutes to go. Duke cannot take its foot off the gas right now. Carlik Jones being guarded by Jordan Goldwire. DJ Stewart gambles for the steal. His gamble doesn't quite pay off, but he's not hurt with it. Ooh, Carlik Jones gets 2. That's 11 points for him. Good on Mark Williams to not foul. He went up vertical. You are allowed to leave your feet. Mark Williams jumped, it left his feet, but he was vertical. It's not a foul. You can go straight up, and you will not be called for it. It's exactly what Mark Williams did. It's a great play. Goldwire going to go to Williams. Oh, the alley-oop doesn't quite work, but it doesn't matter because Williams lays it in. He's just too big. 7'5", you can't teach height. 21 points, a career high for Williams tonight. We got 2 Blue Devils putting up career high shots. Carlik Jones is just trying to take over the game. He's got the last 4 for Louisville. Trying to petition for a foul there. Carlik Jones is getting hot, and it's trouble. Duke really hasn't played a different lineup here. They're sticking with the ones on the floor. It's Stewart, Moore, Hurt, Williams, and Goldwire at the moment. To be honest, this is the best lineup for Duke on the floor right now. Mark Williams going to back down Louisville. That shot's no good. Louisville with an opportunity. God damn it. We have Samuel Williamson for 3. Lucky for us, he can't hit it because he was wide open. There was literally nobody within 15 feet of the kid. And Mark Williams comes down with a weak side rebound. He's got 21 points and 16 rebounds so far in the effort tonight. 5:23 to go. 8-point game. Still nervous. The foam spear of stress. 5 seconds on the shot clock. DJ Stewart's going to have to make something happen. Penetrates into the paint. Gets to the rack. Oh, the ball just slims out. Oh, my God. We're going to want that back. Oh, we're going to want that back. That should have been 2. That's a charge. Yo, that's a charge. Wendell had position. Doesn't matter. Rebound to Stewart and Duke in transition. Oh, goal wire to Hurt for the slam. That Duke getting out in transition. Where has this Duke team been? Like, for the last 3 games, they looked awful. And they're finally playing like the Duke team that went on the 4-game win streak. Louisville misses again, and Mark Williams says, absolutely not, Louisville. Get out of my face. Rebound is mine. Duke crushing Louisville on the boards at the moment. Where's the rebound stat? No, actually not crushing it. It's only 38-36. It feels like it should be more. We were doing better. At least we're not losing by 20. We are winning the rebounding margin. 4:05 to go, and it's a 10-point game. Remember, at this point, though, Louisville went on a crazy run. Goldwire is going to put up a deep 3. No good. Williams comes down with the rebound. He should have gotten fouled. Williams has possession, and he'll slam it home. Ooh, baby. Mark Williams is putting on a show in Greensboro tonight. Feed the beast. Just feed him, man. That ball should go into Mark Williams' hand every single possession. Johnson, it's going to be a foul on Matthew Hurt. It's actually only his second. Johnson's going to be at the free throw line when we come back. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a 12-point lead with 3:44 to go. We're feeling it. Andrew, I am watching the game on YouTube TV, but if you want to watch the game, jump into Discord. The watch party's going there. Get into the voice channel. You click on the stream. It'll pop up for you. That's our private watch party in the Discord. I have my own setup that I use to watch here. Zach's saying he used to watch DJ Stewart play in high school. Nice. So DJ Stewart is been fantastic. Tonight he's got 5. He's got only 5 points tonight, so not his best game. Yesterday against BC he had 17. But he is the ACC's leading freshman scorer with about 13 points per game. So between tonight and last night, he's more or less around his average. But he's made good decisions with the ball. I'm trying to think. Has he got it? How many assists does he have? Team Stewart. Oh, he's only got 1 assist. All right. So not Stewart's best game today, but still. But he's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, Mark Williams is having the monster game. Remember, when we went to halftime, both teams were shooting 33%. Duke is now at 45% for the game. So they have shot an astounding 58% this half. We are 11 of 19 and 3 of 4 from 3. We've actually shot okay from the free throw line this half, 8 of 12. After an abysmal 9 of 16 in the first half. Louisville has just really managed to keep itself... Actually, no, we're now winning the free throw shooting contest too. I was going to say Louisville was managing to keep itself in this game by shooting the free throws, but that's now flipped in our favor too. So the rebounds in our favor, the free throws in our favor, the shooting percentages in our favor. The only thing not in our favor is the turnovers. Yeah. Yeah, DRG, Mark Willis, maybe scream with that slam, man. I agree. This is exciting to watch, and I can't wait to see him see how he'll keep evolving. We sent you home when you were in a deep playoff. I mean, yeah, DJ Stewart, we did all the reviews of the freshmen that were coming in as they were coming into the school. Those are on the channel on some of our videos. So DJ Stewart is an explosive scorer. That guy, combo guard, fantastic. Can create his own shot and also can shoot the 3. He's got it all. Dragonfire, no worries, man. We got for the Duke fans out there in the chat. We have got it going for you there. Yeah, the real fat boy says it's not DJ's best game, but look, he's not turning the ball over and making mistakes. It's fine. He's managing. He's played decent defense too. So David Johnson at the line has the first. As long as you're not turning the ball over, you could not have the best game on offense, but if you're not, just don't turn the ball over here. All right, here's the situation. Louisville is 0 for its last 4 in the last 3 minutes. It is 3:36, Duke by 10 for a date with Florida State tomorrow night. 6:30 Eastern time. We'll have the game right here for you again. It'll be on our Discord, and we'll have it. We'll be doing the live call and the reactions. Stewart's 3 is off. Louisville's going to come down with that rebound. There was no Duke player, actually, to even try for the offensive board. And Louisville's going to have to make something happen. They went on a 16-3 run to close the first half. We can't let them do that again, because if they do, they're going to win the game. Mark Williams going to collect another rebound. This kid is a vacuum cleaner underneath the hoop. He's got 19 rebounds. 19 rebounds. It's like people don't even score 19 points. They get 19 rebounds. Holy cow. 23 points and the 19 rebounds to go for Williams, as Stewart going to go to goal wire, who might think about 3 here. No, he's going to feed Mark Williams. And Williams is going to take Withers off the dribble. Step back, turnaround, jump shot, no good. Louisville needs a bucket. Carlik Jones to see if they can get it to him. From the side, the 3-point shot by Dre Davis is no good. Rebound down to the Blue Devils again. And at this point, Louisville is just going to run out of time. 2:23 to go. Let's do the quick math. You need 10 points. That's at least 4 possessions. It's a 30-second shot clock. That's 2 minutes. As long as, if Duke scores here, it's basically a dagger. Because basically Duke could hold it for 4 possessions, which is exactly what you need to win. And that was deflected? No, it's going to be a backcourt violation. And because we're not under 2 minutes, you can't review it. So, damn. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here this afternoon. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, as you can come back tomorrow. We'll be live again for the game, presumably against Florida State, assuming we hold on here for these last 2 minutes. And as always, jump into the Discord to get the private watch party there. Much appreciated for everybody hanging around. And our Blue Devils looking good here in the second game of the ACC tournament, as Carlik Jones just loses the ball, dribbled it off his foot. And I, for one, am ecstatic that Carlik Jones finally had a bad game. And it came against us, because he has taken us to the woodshed in the last 2. I mean, he's basically the reason that Louisville won. He willed Louisville to that win the second time we played them. And Duke has a resume-building win here. Or at least we're staring at it. Logan saying, let's go, W. I think we're there. We got 2 free throws coming up here for Jeremy Roach. It's a good free throw shooter. And we'll make the first. Roach has 9 points. Coach K yelling to the team, letting them know the situation, that they have 2 timeouts if they need it. Basically, if Louisville tries to press and they have trouble getting the ball inbounds, we have 2 timeouts. Wendell Moore going to try to get the rebound. Yes, and Duke comes up with it. Jeremy Roach is going to come up and try to put it up. DJ Stewart comes in and lays it in for 2 off the broken play. It's actually a 3-point possession for the Blue Devils. That's it. We're calling it. W, chat. Woo! Doesn't matter if Louisville hits this shot or not. They miss it anyway. We're going to Florida State. We'll see you tomorrow. And the Duke stuff is not coming off until we lose. The superstition is still strong. So, a fantastic performance by Mark Williams. Like, I'll have to look up the stats afterwards. Like, I don't know what the last time somebody had 23 and 19. Like, did Zion or RJ put up a stat line like that? Holy cow. Yeah, see, I did not jinx it yesterday. Exactly. I don't know. The last time somebody put up 23 and 19. We'll look it up for tomorrow. That's tremendous. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another rebound, honestly, if he's like 23 and 20. These are like NBA numbers here. Louisville 0 of its last 7. Maybe Wendell will just miss a free throw for him and he'll get another rebound. He's going to have the opportunity. Louisville, I think they said Louisville was on the bubble. I don't know if they're in or not. But yeah, This was a 10-point margin with 3:30 to go. We knew that Louisville. Oh, is Williams going to get the rebound? Oh, not quite. Williams can't get up with it. Sheldon Williams. All right, the last with the stat line like Mark. Wow. We have to go deep. We have to go way back. Louisville's going to turn this thing over. DJ Stewart with the emphatic finish, the exclamation point. And you know what? Usually you just say, all right, pull the ball out. We've won the game. But because it's Louisville and they've beaten us twice, forget it. Run up the score. Everything, man. We should have won the games anyway. God. So, yes. The Florida State game is going to be played right here in Greensboro as well. All games will be in the Greensboro Coliseum. Duke will head back to Durham tonight and then bus back over tomorrow. Remember, Duke never had the opportunity to actually play Florida State in the regular season. We were scheduled to play, and it was canceled due to COVID, due to a COVID outbreak within the Florida State team. And as a result, that game was never played. That was should have gone in December, actually. So that game was never played, and we'll have to see what actually ends up. So who knows? We're not really sure as far as. We'll take a look. I'll take a look at the matchups tonight. We'll get some notes put together. We'll do some of our homework tonight, chat, and get ready for the game tomorrow. But that is it. That is your final, ladies and gentlemen, and all Duke fans out there. The final from Greensboro. 70-56. Player of the game has to go to Mark Williams with a 23-point effort, which could have been more if he had made a couple of free throws. 23 points and 19 rebounds. Finally, Duke won the rebounding margin against Louisville, 43-39. Matthew Hurt, 20 points for him. And then we have three other Duke Blue Devils, Wendell Moore, DJ Stewart, and Jeremy Roach. So literally, when you look at this with 9 points, nobody outside the starting lineup scored, which is a little concerning. Bench points for Duke, 0. Charlestown, hell yeah, let's go Duke. Am I going to stay on? Not for much longer. I actually have a dinner tonight I have to go to with a friend here in town. So I won't get to stay on for much longer, but as we said, the game against Florida State tomorrow at 3:30, my time, 6:30 for those on the East Coast, or if you're in Texas, it's 5:30. There you go. But a sensational performance. The Duke starters putting up all 70 points. Mark Williams being the player of the game here for Duke. On the side of Louisville, David Johnson, 14 points. Carlik Jones put up a good effort there with 13. Not enough as Louisville falls unable to win and beat Duke for the third time this season. Thank you, Lord. And I think all Duke fans here, we've all been vindicated. We knew that it was, we were coming in. We had a good shot at this one. Because I think we felt like we should have won. Let's put it this way. We were in position to win both of the games earlier in the season, both at Louisville and in Cameron. And it just didn't go our way. But tonight it did. And Mark Williams being a big part of that. All right. That's the recap there. The game tonight is going to be UNC Notre Dame. I won't be doing that. Maybe there's a UNC fan doing it out there. But I'm rooting for Notre Dame. I'm rooting for the Duke alum Mike Bray and his Fighting Irish to get it done against Notre Dame. So otherwise, I think we're good. That should be it. Make sure to hit the sub here on YouTube so you can come back and get notified when we're back on live tomorrow. Thank you very much, Tino, for the sub there. And for all those, I'll try to fix the sub alerts for tomorrow. I don't know why it's not working. We'll get it working for sure. We'll try to get it working tomorrow. And then thank you so much for the support on the channel. Chat was lit today. That was incredible as we keep going on. We're going to keep it rolling. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Cheers. Go Duke.